Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel once again. Now today we're going to be taking a look at one of these. I don't know which I'm going to choose. I'm going to start off with the Galant VR4 and I'm going to go ahead and do a build on this thing because I really want to. So obviously, as you can see, we now have Mitsubishi back in the series. I'm very happy it's finally in this game. Now if Toyota would cop on and actually allow us to use their cars in the game, that would be even better. But we got some Evos added back into the game. We also have a GTO, we have an Eclipse, and we also have the Galant. But I'm very happy that we have a bunch of Evos. And I also really love the way they didn't include the Evo 7 in the game. Yay! I love the Evo. The Evo 7 has the best backlights. I don't care what anyone says. I think the red rear lights for the Evo 7 just look really good compared to the 8 and 9, I guess. So I like the way they added 8 and 9, but not the 7th one. But yeah, either way, I'm going to go ahead and mess around with the Galant for today's video, just for the fun of it. And then if you guys have any specific build requests you guys want to see on the channel, I'm definitely down to try and do some builds on these Evos. Like if they're good or whatever, maybe you guys test them out before I do. Because obviously I can only show you guys or do a build per day. I'm not going to be able to upload multiple videos a day, but I think the Galant is what I'm going to start off with in today's video to mess around with. I've always liked the Galant. I think it's such a cool Evo before the Evo, I should say. But yeah, it's a cool four-door saloon that's just an absolute monster, and I really want to go ahead and mess around with this thing. So we got this. I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much build it up. So we'll see what sort of engines and anything we can do to it. Does this still have the four? What's it called again? The engine that's in the Evos, the 4G, I think, the 4G63s. So does this still have that 4G, or is it a different engine in this in the Galant? I don't even know. I'm not really up to date with the these Galants, to be honest. So I don't really know what engine's in it. Now, obviously, keeping this car stock is not going to be fun, and I'm definitely not down to go ahead and do that and keep it stock. I'm gonna actually, you know what? Just because I do know that this is a normal 2-liter, right? Wait a second. Just looked at something. Yeah, never mind. So I do know that this is just a normal 2-liter, so 237 horsepower stock. Just want to see how much power I can squeeze out of this thing, because usually the 4Gs, if this has a 4G, and I'm not entirely sure, it's still a 2-liter in this as well. You guys could probably let me know down in the comments if this is a 4G or not. Usually these engines put out some serious power, and this one is no joke either. 650 horsepower out of this engine. I'm honestly kind of down to keep this standard engine in this thing with 650 horsepower. I am so down. Enough engine swaps. Very happy with that. I'm most likely gonna I am gonna keep this as an all-wheel drive, and I think what I'm gonna do with it is I'm gonna try to see if I can do a little bit of an off-road style build. Why does that have AMG on it? Interesting. I kind of like it though. I kind of like it. It makes it look a little bit more aggressive. This obviously makes it look like a full-on Pikes Peak rally car with that massive wings and lights and everything. I'm so tempted to do that just because it honestly just looks like a Pikes Peak car. That looks crazy. You know what? Why not? Let's get this thing to look as outrageous as possible. It also does look a little bit... if it didn't have the lights and all that sort of stuff, or it looks a little bit like a... What's it called? The Bosozoku cars? Bozo cars? I can't remember what they're called exactly. I'm pretty sure it's something like that, but look at this thing. It's a full-on rally car. I like it. I really like it. I'm definitely down to do a whole build on this thing as a rally build. Alright. Let's do it. Let's go full on rally spec on this thing. And we'll see what it's like. I mean, usually I choose these wheels for my rally builds. There are obviously a few other wheels that we can choose. We can choose these ones, which I'm most likely going to choose. Or we can have these. We'll choose these. We'll keep them on white as well for the moment. We'll go maybe one size bigger to some 16s. Obviously, we're going to change the track width to be as wide as possible, like so. Alright. Now that that's finished, I guess everything else is now just making this car lighter. And making everything else pretty much fully customizable. So it is now going to be on rally suspension. Nice. 1,338 kilos. 36. 1,100 kilos. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm not going to add a cage on it. And I guess that's pretty much it. We're pretty much finished with upgrading this thing. So it goes from 1,350 kilos to 1,100, and from 237 horsepower to 650 horsepower. So it's not bad at all. It's not a bad upgrade at all. Not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and drive this thing. What can we do for this? Nothing? Nah, not really. That interesting. Let's drive it. Let's see what it's like. Let's see if anybody has actually designed any sort of paints for this thing. Alright, we got our design set. The wheels are set. Everything is pretty much set up. Let's see what this thing drives like. Now, again, this is a rally build / off-road build. So if this thing handles well... Oh, it's so soft. Oh, suspension-wise, it's so soft. It sounds great, though. Oh my. This is nice. This is really nice. It's not the fastest thing in the game, but not every build has to be. It's nice doing builds on this game that are not necessarily like super high horsepower builds. The only annoying thing right now is that it's nighttime. That's the one thing I don't like. But I do have all my lights turned on, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's kind of annoying that it's nighttime and you guys probably can't see everything that well. But I mean, this map is kind of illuminated very, very well. So it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, like I said, like I was saying, like it's nice to come back onto this game and do a build that's like not necessarily like a record-breaking like build or anything like that, or anything to do with top 1000. It's just a nice car. It's a nice car to drive. Very smooth, very, very easy to just throw about as like a rally build. If you want to build anything like that, it's very, very interesting. Especially with the standard engine that's in it now. It's nice. It drives well. It's very, very simple to control. I literally have no issues with it at all. It's got all the power it needs. Definitely don't think it needs more horsepower. It's just nice. It's nice and smooth to drive. And again, you just toss it into a corner, you make it go sideways, and you can take that corner at an angle. You don't have to slow down too much for these corners. Okay, now that we had a look at the Galant, what if we have a look at something that's not really made for rallying? We have a look at the Mitsubishi Eclipse. I think I want to see what that thing is like to drive, and I want to see if it still has the same sort of customization options that it had in Forza 7 and Forza 6 and all them, because I remember you used to be able to rice that thing out so hard, and it was so funny looking. So this is nice. It was nice to drive. But let's have a look at the Eclipse real quick. I don't really want to have a look at the Evos because I know that they're going to be good overall to drive. And I'm going to most likely do that in another video and try to see if I can compare them or do something. But yeah, I want to have a look at the Eclipse next, just to see what it'll be like. Now, I've always had a soft spot for these Eclipses, to be honest. I really, really like them. I think, obviously, since the very first time I've seen one back in the first Fast and Furious, they were just super, super interesting to me. Also, these were cars that you wouldn't be able to get unless you were in America. I don't think these cars were available outside of the US. And if they were very, very rare, most likely, because I don't think I've seen any of these cars in Europe or anything like that. So it's a very, very rare car to see here. So either way, let's just have a look. First of all, engine swaps, we most likely, yeah, we can do pretty much the exact same thing. I mean, this is pretty much just an Evo, but it's a two-door Evo. That's what makes it a lot more interesting. So, what I kind of want to do with this thing is sort of do like a street build on it. I don't really want to make it look too crazy. Yes, we can still do pretty much all the usual changes. Everything that you were able to do before, by the looks of things, you could actually do to this car. And I don't really want to do anything to it because then I'll just end up ruining it if I change anything on it. I actually really like the way this looks stock. I'm not gonna lie. I really, really like the way this thing looks stock. Obviously, we can change some bits and pieces on it, and oh my god. Oh, Need for Speed Underground 1 was another one. Oh my god, I remember that. That was another game that you had this this Eclipse in that you could do loads of random things to. I really don't want to change anything on this thing. I kind of like this hood though compared to the standard one. The standard one has like a random bulge to the side, which just looks a little bit off and a little bit weird. So I kind of want to put this on instead. But other than that, I don't really want to do anything to this. It's as weird as it seems. I don't really want to go and upgrade this. All right, let's have a look. We'll put as fattest tires we could possibly put on this thing. Again, it's just a little street build. I don't want to do anything crazy to it. As for the rims, I don't know. Let's look for a set of wheels that I think would suit this, and I'll be right back, I guess. All right, I like these. I think it suits it. I'm just gonna make them bigger though. So 18s will go with the front and the rear. Again, not too big, but not too small. As for our track width, I don't really know if I want to do anything. Actually, I do, because then I'll end up cameraing it a little bit. Just to make it look a little bit more interesting. So we'll bring the wheels out a little bit on the front and the rear. So again, with a little bit of camber, I think they'll look a little bit better. And obviously the main and most important thing that I'll end up doing to this car is just lowering it, because I don't really want to keep it this high. It's just not going to look good. I'm going to also keep the standard engine that's in it now. And I think mostly... Oh my god. Oh my god, this looks so low. I'm honestly half tempted to go ahead and build this thing as a drift car. I'm half tempted to do so. It just looks really good like this, but I'm gonna keep it as like a street build though. I'm not gonna change it to rear wheel drive or anything like that. So I'm gonna keep this as a street build. I think with the exact same options that everything, or that the Galant had, this should technically have the same amount of power, right? This also again technically would have the same engine. It had the same 4G, didn't it? But it was detuned. I don't really know. I'm trying to remember if it is or not. But obviously, as you can see, this thing doesn't have as much horsepower as it. 504. 504 horsepower. I really like the way this looks. I'm gonna go ahead and paint this thing grey. And I'll paint the wheels black, I think. Or should I? I don't really know. I don't really want to keep this the way it is. Obviously, most likely we're gonna have Brian's design as well on this. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I definitely knew that this was gonna be one of the designs that would have popped up here. Which is cool. It's cool. But again, like I want to keep this very, very like stock-like, or very, very simple looking. Silver also I think looks really, really good on this thing. And I think I might go with the factory silver on it. And as for our hood, do I really want to change the hood color to anything else? I mean, I could. Nah, don't want to. Don't want to. And then these I'm just gonna paint black. It's just nice and simple. Nothing too crazy on this. I just wanted to do like a normal like street car build. I didn't want to do anything crazy to this car, so this is probably what I'd have my Eclipse look like. Honestly. It's a little bit too cambered and too low with the drift suspension, but like obviously. Oh, I love the side markers. I think they just suit this car so well. Man, this looks so good. I really like this thing. I want to have a look at it real quick. Oh my god, I really like the way that looks. I love the side markers. It's so stock as well. Which looks great. It's just, I think it's a little bit too low. It's just a little bit too low. It's very, very slammed. But I really like it. Again, like I said, you don't really see these about here in Ireland or in Europe usually, so it's nice to see this car back in the game. I always love this Eclipse. Always. And I'm happy that it's in the game now. I might try go for a little bit of drifting with it. Just all-wheel drive. Oh, the turbo whistle as well. Listen to that. Oh, God. It's not even a slow car. It's not slow at all. God, it looks really good. I really, really like it. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and try to slide this thing. Why not? Since it does have drift suspension, might as well. Just bring it downhill as well, because I don't know if it'll have enough power to be able to spin those wheels, especially since it does have race tires and it only has about 500 horsepower, but I think it should be alright. I think it should be okay. We'll try about a third gear. Alright. Maybe not. Maybe second. Yeah, I can't spin them. I have to go like a little bit too fast into corners to be able to spin this these wheels. But it's struggling. You can see it dropping in revs. It's just struggling. I can't do it. But again, like I said, this isn't really built for drifting. I could have done something else if I wanted that. Oh, it sounds so good. Oh, that blow valve is amazing. That's fantastic. I love this thing. I mean, the Galant was pretty much a rally built thing, and I think this would like race tires. Or not race tires, sorry, with race suspension. And not pretty much slammed to the floor. This might actually not be too bad of like a track build or whatever, like a race car. I think it'd be very, very interesting. Because it has the power, it has so much grip. Especially now, since it has race tires on it. I think with some street tires it would be a little bit better. I mean, I did put race tires on a street build, which I do realize is a big no-no. But like, I don't really care. Alright, I'm gonna stop. That's it. Alright, well, thank you guys very much for watching today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Mitsubishi Eclipse and the Galant I want to take a look at in today's video, obviously with the new Mitsubishi car pack. It's free for everybody to get, so if you guys don't have it yet, just literally go to the marketplace. I'll show you guys real quick what to do. Go to the marketplace, go to car packs, and it should be right here, and you just press it and download it. It's free. It's free for everyone. It doesn't matter if you got the game early, if you have the season pass or whatever it is, it's free for everyone. So go get it and mess around with yourselves and tell me what you guys think down in the comments. If you guys have any suggestions for any future builds or any sort of videos you guys want to see on the channel, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to give them a look. But that's it for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.